Ethiopia is often called the roof of Africa. It is a land of dramatic heights and ancient geological wonders. Here, the landscape is defined by rugged mountains and vast plateaus that stretch toward the horizon. These high-altitude regions have created isolated islands of habitat, separated from the lowlands by steep escarpments. This isolation has given rise to creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Today, we journey through the highlands to meet them. High in the Simien Mountains, clinging to the sheer cliffs, lives the Valia ibex. This is one of the rarest goats in the world, a true specialist of the vertical world. With their powerful build and incredible balance, they navigate rock faces that seem impossible to climb. Every movement is calculated. These animals are a symbol of Ethiopian resilience in the face of harsh environments. As the wind whistles through the canyons, we find another mountain dweller, the Gelada monkey. Often called the bleeding heart monkey, they are easily identified by a distinctive red patch on their chests. Like most primates, Geladas are grass eaters, spending their days meticulously mowing the mountain meadows. They live in complex social groups, with hundreds of individuals moving together in a coordinated harmony. They communicate with a range of vocalizations so diverse and rhythmic it sounds almost human. Further south, in the Soneti Plateau of the Bale Mountains, the landscape changes to a cold, alpine moorland. This is the realm of the world's rarest canid, the Ethiopian wolf. Looking more like a long-legged fox, they are specialized hunters, perfectly adapted to this thin air. They hunt giant mole rats that live beneath the soil, using their keen sense of hearing to locate prey. Sadly, with fewer than 500 left in the wild, they are a treasure we must work hard to protect. Deep in the misty forests of the southeast lives the mountain Yala, a creature of shadow and grace. These elegant antelopes were one of the last large mammals to be discovered by science in the early 20th century. Their white facial markings and faint stripes make them a majestic sight against the dark green mountain backdrop. These animals are more than just wildlife. They are a living part of Ethiopia's heritage and pride. To see them in their natural habitat is to witness the wild, beating heart of Africa. Let's cherish and protect these unique wonders for generations to come. Ethiopia's highlands await your discovery. Welcome to the roof of Africa, a rugged realm of soaring peaks and deep valleys that defines the ancient landscape of Ethiopia. High in these misty highlands, evolution has carved out a unique sanctuary for species found nowhere else on the entire planet. Join us as we explore this avian and mammalian paradise, where every creature tells a story of survival and extraordinary adaptation. In the Simien Mountains, the Gelada primates reign supreme. Unlike most monkeys, these gentle herbivores spend their days grazing on the grass. Look closely at the male's chest. The striking red patch of skin, known as the bleeding heart, serves as a powerful social signal. They move with a specialized shuffle, perfectly adapted to the thin air and precarious edges of their high-altitude home. Roaming these same heights is the rarest canid in the world, the Ethiopian wolf. A slender, elegant predator of the moorlands. The wolf is a specialist, hunting high-altitude rodents across the volcanic plateaus of the Bale Mountains with surgical precision. As the sun begins its descent, the wolf's silhouette blends into the shadows, a ghostly guardian of this fragile mountain ecosystem. Lower down, where the grasslands meet the forest edge, the mountain Yala stands as a symbol of Ethiopian natural heritage. Their subtle white stripes and spots provide camouflage against the dappled light of the woodland, making them masters of concealment. Deeper in the shadows of the remote forest, we find the elusive Minelix bushbuck, a creature rarely seen by human eyes. These animals thrive in the seclusion of the thick canopy, playing a vital role in the health of Ethiopia's highland forests. From the mountains to the skies, Ethiopia is a true avian paradise. Over 800 species of birds grace these horizons. The blue-winged goose, an endemic species, glides gracefully across the calm surface of a high-altitude lake. On the craggy cliffs, the thick-billed raven, known for its massive beak and distinct call, keeps a watchful eye over the territory. Life here revolves around water. In the Rift Valley lakes, massive hippos find refuge from the intense African sun. Nearby, crocodiles bask on the muddy banks, an ancient presence in a landscape that has changed little over millions of years. The water's edge is a busy meeting ground, where birds and mammals converge in a delicate dance of coexistence. But this natural wealth is under threat. Habitat loss and climate change pose a growing threat to Ethiopia's unique biodiversity. Preserving these ecosystems is not just about saving animals. It is about protecting the heritage and future of the roof of Africa. By understanding and valuing these endemic species, we can ensure they continue to roam these mountains for generations to come. Ethiopia's wildlife is a treasure of the world. Let us join together to discover, protect, and preserve this extraordinary legacy. Senegal, a land where the ocean meets memory. A nation shaped by rhythm, resilience, and history. From sacred landscapes to powerful monuments, this is the story of Senegal, told through its most treasured places. Just off the coast of Dakar lies a small island with a heavy past. Gorée Island, a place of beauty and pain. Between the 15th and 19th centuries, this island became one of the most important centers of the transatlantic slave trade. Inside the house of slaves, history echoes through silent rooms. Men, women, and children were held in captivity, waiting for a journey they would never return from. The door of no return stands as a symbol of loss and remembrance. Yet today, Gorée is also a place of reflection. Further north, history takes a different form. St. Louis, founded in the 17th century, became the first capital of Senegal. Its streets reflect a blend of African and European influence. The Fader Bridge links past and present, a symbol of connection between cultures. Across the savannah, ancient stones rise from the earth. The stone circles of Senegambia were built between the 3rd century BC and the 16th century AD. Over 1,000 monuments form one of the largest megalithic complexes in the world. These stones mark burial grounds and sacred spaces. In the highlands of southeastern Senegal, culture lives in harmony with nature. Bassari country is home to the Bassari, Fula, and Bedik peoples. Here, communities adapted to their environment, building terraces and cultivating rice. Life follows the rhythm of the land, simple, sustainable, enduring. Where rivers meet the sea, the Saloum Delta unfolds. For over 2,000 years, communities gathered shellfish, leaving behind massive shell mounds. These formations tell a story of survival and adaptation. The delta is alive with history and biodiversity. Towering above Dakar stands a symbol of hope. The African Renaissance monument represents strength, progress, and a vision for the future. In Touba, faith defines life. The Great Mosque is a masterpiece of Islamic architecture and the spiritual center of the Mourad Brotherhood. The Grand Mosque of Dakar blends Moroccan and Andalusian design. A place of worship and unity. On the coast, a village rises from shells. Jolfadiat, built entirely from clamshells. Its cemetery tells a powerful story. Muslims and Christians are buried side by side. A symbol of harmony. DJOUDJ hosts millions of migratory birds. A vital stop on a global journey. Deep inland, Niokolo-Koba National Park protects Senegal's wildlife. Lions, elephants, and rare species find refuge here. And then there is Lake Retba, a lake that turns pink. Its color is caused by salt and microscopic life. Senegal is a land of memory, culture, and unity. From its past to its present, its spirit endures. A story that continues to inspire the world. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more stories of culture, history, and identity. Ethiopia, a land where history is not buried, but alive, a nation of ancient civilizations, sacred traditions, and timeless landscapes. From rock-hewn wonders to prehistoric discoveries. This is a journey through Ethiopia's greatest treasures. Its UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and beyond. Carved not from stone blocks, but from the living earth itself. Lalibela stands as one of humanity's greatest achievements. Built in the 12th and 13th centuries, these 11 churches were created by carving downward into solid rock, each structure a masterpiece of faith, engineering, and devotion. Here, time feels still, pilgrims walk barefoot, whispering prayers, just as they have for centuries. Lalibela is not just architecture, it is belief. Carved into eternity. Once, Aksum was one of the greatest civilizations in the world, a center of trade, power, and culture. Its towering obelisks rise like silent guardians of history. Carved from single stones, some weighing hundreds of tons. They mark the resting places of kings. Aksum was also a gateway between Africa and the ancient world. Here, history was written in stone and remembered in legend. In the 17th century, a new chapter began. In Gondar, emperors built castles, unlike anywhere else in Africa. Fasil Gebi, a fortress city of kings. Stone walls, towers, and royal halls reflect a blend of Ethiopian and foreign influences. This was a center of power, where emperors ruled and history unfolded, encircled by ancient walls. Har Jugal is a city of faith, with over 80 mosques. It is one of Islam's holiest cities. Its streets, narrow and winding, hold centuries of tradition. Life here follows rhythms unchanged by time. Culture, religion, and community exist in perfect harmony. In Tia, mystery stands tall. 36 ancient monuments, etched with symbols whose meanings remain unknown. These stones are silent messages from a forgotten past. Ethiopia is not only a land of history, it is the birthplace of humanity itself. In the Awash Valley, scientists uncovered one of the most important discoveries ever made, Lucy, a 3.2 million-year-old ancestor of humankind. Here, our story begins, and in the Omo Valley, more fossils reveal the evolution of modern humans. This land connects us all. In Konso, humans shaped the land with wisdom. Stone terraces protect the soil, sustain life. In Gedio, nature and culture coexist, an ancient agroforestry system that has survived for generations. These are not relics of the past. They are living traditions. Before Aksum, there was Yeha, an ancient temple, standing for nearly 3,000 years. And on Lake Tana, islands hold sacred monasteries, guardians of manuscripts, faith, and history. Ethiopia's story is also written in nature, from the dramatic cliffs of the Simin Mountains to the rich biodiversity of Bale. Life thrives in extraordinary ways. In Addis Ababa, past meets present. From ancient fossils to modern identity, Ethiopia continues to tell its story. Ethiopia, a land of origins, a keeper of history, a bridge between past and future. Its heritage is not just preserved, it is lived. At the opposite edges of a vast continent, the nations stand as pillars of African history, culture, and enduring identity. From the golden shores of Senegal to the rugged peaks of Ethiopia, we explore a story of two unique horizons. This is a journey into the soul of Africa, where ancient traditions meet the pulse of a modern, changing world. In Senegal, the Sahel meets the sea, creating a landscape of vast plains and the bustling, modern energy of Dakar's skyline. Thousands of miles east, the Ethiopian landscape rises into the lush Simin Mountains, where the Blue Nile begins its long journey. Senegal's history is rooted in the legendary empires of Ghana and Mali, centers of wealth, learning, and vast trade networks. Parallel to this, the Aksumite Kingdom of Ethiopia once reigned as a global power, leaving behind towering stelae as monuments to its greatness. But history is also marked by struggle. Gori Island stands as a somber reminder of the resilience of the human spirit. In Ethiopia, that same spirit was forged in the fires of resistance at the Battle of Adwa, preserving a nation's independence. Identity here is a tapestry. In Senegal, the Wolof, Serer, and Fulani peoples weave a culture of profound grace and hospitality. Ethiopia's heart beats through the Oromo, Amhara, and Tigray peoples, each carrying ancient traditions into the modern age. In Senegal, Teranga is more than a word. It is the sacred law of hospitality, welcoming every guest as family. Across the continent, the Ethiopian coffee ceremony is a ritual of connection, the scent of roasting beans filling the air. Food brings people together. The rich, savory thiboudienne of Senegal is shared from a communal platter, a symbol of unity. In Ethiopia, injera and spicy stews are enjoyed the same way, breaking bread together as an act of friendship. Listen to the rhythm. The high-energy sabar drumming of Senegal echoes through the streets, a heartbeat of pure joy. In Ethiopia, the distinctive Eskista shoulder dance tells a story of movement and grace, unique to the highlands. Today, these nations are moving forward. Dakar is a hub of fashion and art, where tradition inspires the next generation. Addis Ababa transforms daily, with new infrastructure and a tech-driven youth culture leading the way in East Africa. From the Atlantic to the highlands, Senegal and Ethiopia prove that heritage is not a relic, but a foundation for the future. Two horizons, one continent, a testament to the enduring strength and beauty of the African spirit.